Hello everyone, this is Rebecca Warrington from rjmindbody.com. Welcome to Chair Yoga. So here we are, yes, on a Tuesday, sunny in London today, beautiful, beautiful day. So this week in all my classes we've been concentrating on the bums, the tums and the arms, and that also goes with our chair yoga. Yesterday we concentrated on we did lots of glute work, holding standing postures. Today we're going to concentrate on the belly, doing a lot of belly work, not only just exercises but also some breathing techniques. So where we breathe in and then we force the air out, but also we're using our pelvic floor for a good majority of the class. And when that feeling of when you want to pee but you're trying not to, that's what we're trying to experience. That sensation of, okay, I'm not gonna pee, but I'm gonna hold it, and this will help you tighten and strengthen that pelvic floor. An extremely important part of our health, but also it also is part of our breathing, believe it or not. When we do an all-body breath, we think of, well, diaphragmatic breathing. We have this diaphragm, this muscle, a diaphragm. But we also have part of that, the breathing that helps, that enhances our breathing, is the pelvic floor. That's another diaphragm, they say. It's like a kind of part of the breathing, a breathing apparatus that we have. And also the other one is the throat. But we're going to concentrate primarily on our diaphragm today, which is that, wonderful mushroom-shaped muscle that helps push the air out, and allow the air to come in. And it's this just miraculous mechanism that helps us to maintain our vitality. Without it, if we don't, we kind of lose our sense of, not just only our breathing starts to become impacted, we won't breathe as deeply as we don't take in as much oxygen, and we don't push the carbon monoxide out, or dioxide out. Monoxide, I meant dioxide. But that's the diaphragm, but also the pelvic floor is part of that, because when we breathe in and out, your diaphragm is squeezing and then it's releasing and squeezing. So as we exhale, there's a squeezing and then there's a release. So we'll do our best to get into that. But very important muscles that are deep inside of us, that we don't really even, we're not conscious of until somebody points it out. So sitting up nice and tall in your chair, finding that comfortable seat, whether it's, if you can sit up towards the front, that's perfect, the middle. Make sure feet are flat on the ground. So you feel this grounding of the earth, that we can, no matter what happens, our feet are going to support us. And of course, the other part that's supporting us is our sit bones. So that's another part. So, and then now we're sitting up tall. If you, for whatever reason, cannot sit this way, then you could scoot all the way back. And if the feet don't touch the ground, then put something under it, maybe a blocks. Or if you don't own yoga blocks, you can put under your feet some books. Okay. So let's take a breath in, and if you have your strap, keep it near, or scarf, just in case of. Not sure yet if I'm going to be using them, but it's always important to have that near. Okay, so let's start with taking the hands and making a little cup or bowl with your hands, with the fingers touching. So open up the bowl, and we're going to just lift up as if we're lifting something up towards our chest, and then we're going to press back down. And then lift up. Let's just do this without the inhale and exhale, just to get the movement down first. And then let's begin to lift up, inhaling, and then exhaling down. And inhale up, as if you're scooping something up out of the water. Let's use that as our visualization, and then press down. And then inhale up, and then exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Now, as you inhale, let the belly soften. As you exhale, pull the belly in and draw the pelvic floor up. Inhale, soften the belly. Exhaling, belly pulls in and pelvic floor pulls up. If you can think about that. If not, then just continue inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then release the hands down, and then let's do some just gentle slides from side to side. Focusing in on the waist, the oblique muscles, the side, the muscles that wrap around your sides, those belly muscles. And then back and forth, and just pay attention to your spine. If it gets to be too much, then don't do this, or do less of it. And little sways from side to side. And now what we're going to do, when you lean to the right side, remember you're not mirroring me, take your right arm and lift it up and open. And then place it back down. Then lean to the left, inhale the left arm up, and then place it down. And then lean to the right, reach your right arm up and place it down. Inhale, left arm up, and then place it down. Inhale up, and down, and inhale up, and down. Now we're going to add on to this. We're going to inhale, sweep the arm back, hold, and then inhale, sweep. Hold the stretch to the side, circle around on the thigh, inhale back, reach up, and let's go a little faster, and then let's release. Let's just take the shoulders, inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, just drop them down. Don't roll them back, just drop them down. Inhale, lift, and down. Inhale, lift, and down. Now what I want you to incorporate is the feet. So you're lifting the shoulders up, lift your toes up, and then drop them down. Inhale, lift the shoulders up and drop them down. Inhale, lift and drop. And inhale, lift and drop. Enjoy this. This should feel really good on your shoulders. Inhale, lift and drop. And inhale, lift and drop. And then let's take your head to the right. Feel the stretch in that left side of the neck. Breathe in and out. Inhale, and then add the right arm and wrap it around the head, and take your fingers on your ears and take an inhale and exhaling stretch. Take a breath in and out. And inhale and out. And then inhale that right arm up to the sky, stretch through the fingers and bend over to the left. And then let the hands drop to the right thigh. Inhale the head to the left. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time, inhale, reach the arm up and maybe wrap it around the head if that feels okay for you. And just gently let the head rest in the arm. Not necessarily tug on the neck, but just allow it to rest. Enjoy this stretch. Oh. Our head is very heavy. It's about 3 pounds on average to carry around all day. And it does take a toll. And then take an inhale and reach that left arm up, lift the head back up and stretch over to the right. And then lift back up. Now let's do some cats and cows. I'm just spinning around so you can see me. So what we're doing here is we're going to do that breath. It's called the breath of fire. Actually, I'll spin this way first. We're going to inhale and you're going to make a fist with your hands and bring the arms back like this. And we're going to inhale and then you're going to go. So without moving, leave your body as it is. Just let's work the arms right now. Inhale and then exhale through the mouth. Inhale and exaggerate the breath. Inhale, breath of fire. Inhale. Now what I want you to do, the next time you inhale, sweep the arms up, lift the heart, and exhale. Lean back, pull the belly in. Pelvic floor pulls up. Inhale, lift. And belly pulls in, pull pelvic floor up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pelvic floor. Lift up, inhaling, working now your abdominal muscles, your back muscles, shoulders. If this is too much for your arms, take your hands, just place them on your thighs. Do the cats and cows without your arms. Inhale, lift, and exhaling back. Inhaling, lift, and exhaling back. So the rounding of the spine is important, the pulling up through the belly and the pelvic floor, and then just let's place the arms down. From here, I want you to fold forward all the way down towards the ground. And let's take a stretch. Drop your head and shake your head no. And shake your head yes. Take an inhale, slide the hands up the shins, and then slide them up your thighs, and then sweep your arms up. I'm going to swing around again so you can see that. We're going to do that a few more times. Let the hands, place the hands on your thighs, breathing in, belly softens, let it hang out, and then exhaling, belly pulls in, and then slide all the way down. Once you're at the bottom, take an inhale, slide the hands up towards your shins, lift up halfway. So what you're doing is creating a tabletop with your spine, and then exhale, reach up all the way up to the sky. Then take a deep breath in, maybe a tiny little crescent shape. Exhale, hands down to your thighs. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhaling, hands to thighs. Inhaling, lean forward as if you're trying to look over your feet. Squeeze your elbows, hug those elbows in towards your sides as opposed to letting them swing out. And then slide all the way down to the ground. See if you can touch your feet. And let's stay at the bottom here for a moment. Take a breath in and take a breath out. This has a relaxing effect on your nervous system. So if you ever get anxious or uptight, forward bends can often be very relaxing and helpful. So just now I want you to just take your arms and swing them from side to side. Let the head hang let it hang as well. And we're going to slowly just sway back up. Up, 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 up. I can feel my abdominal muscles from today. And then all the way round from side to side, just working these oblique muscles. And down. So often, you know, when people are anxious or they're having a panic attack, you'll say, just come down, and or they're nauseous or scared, you know, just lean down into a forward bend. They do that on airplanes, obviously, if there's a crisis. So they suggest you come down on into a kind of a forward bend to protect yourself. But it's also very, very, it's a self. Let's lift up one more time and then release the hands down. And let's come up to standing. Self-preservation, that's the word. We're self-preserving ourselves. I'm going to swing the chair so the back is towards me. So if you can do that. And we're going to place the hands on the back of the chair. And not too close and not too far. Let's just come onto the toes. Let's lift up, inhaling and exhaling, lowering down. And then maybe lifting the toes up, inhaling, lifting and lowering and lifting the toes. If you want, you can lean back a little bit on the heels until you're slightly off balance, but you're safe still. And then inhale, lift up, straighten the spine. So you're doing a little bit of a plank, but a standing plank. Lifting the toes, you're lifting up on your toes. And some of us might not be comfortable doing this on our toes, so you just don't do it on your toes, you just lean forward. I'll show you that in a moment, actually. And then come onto the toes, let's hold. Now what I want you to do, if you can take your tailbone and lift it a little bit higher, and you don't have to do this on your toes, you can stay here. Lower the heels down now, flatten those feet out, ground the feet into the earth, and just lean a little further forward, but don't push on the chair, push down on the chair. You should be feeling very supported on the chair. If you're pushing down, it's when you push forward you don't. I just happen to have a really good chair for this. I didn't buy it for that purpose, but it's a great chair yoga chair. And then walk your feet back and let's press into our downward dogs, which is one of my favorites. And that means walk your feet as far back as what's comfortable and take your tailbone, lift up and stretch out your entire body. Breathing in and breathing out. And from here, you're going to lift up just a tiny bit, look towards the front of the chair, and you're going to walk one step at a time to the chair. And as you're doing this, you're straightening up, you're lining your spine, you're lifting up nice and tall, and pressing into the back of the chair, lifting up your heart. And you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to walk slowly back. Don't force, just little steps back. And then once you reach the back of the chair, once you reach as far as you can go comfortably, press down. Press into the back of that chair. Take your tailbone, lift up and press into the back of those legs. Now, what I want you to do now, lift up just a little bit, round your middle back, as if you have a string attached to the middle back, your bra, let's say, and it's being pulled up towards the ceiling. It's not going to go far, and start to walk yourself forward. But as you do so, keep the rounding of the spine, keep the rounding of the spine till you get to the back of the chair. Then lift up nice and tall. Woo. And then take your hands, press into the back of the chair and lift your heart, coming into a little crescent shape, a little back bend. We're going to do that one more time so that you kind of can feel in. So you're going to walk back. We're doing a lot of work around the center of your core, which is the trunk, and press into the top of the chair. So before we make any movement, just take a breath in and breath out. And then take an inhale, lift up just a little bit, look towards your thumbs, and then imagine that there's your bra, someone's pulling your bra strap up towards the ceiling. You're pulling your belly in, pelvic floor pulls up naturally in this position. And then you're going to begin to just walk forward, walk forward. As you walk forward, maintain that rounding, that doming of the back. And then keep the doming, chin to your chest, and then start to straighten up. Whew. So you're going to feel lots of muscles working there. Press the back of the chair and open up your heart. And then come up nice and tall and just shake out. Let's do some figure eights. Let's do take your hands on your hips and draw that figure 8 with those hips. Let your shoulders relax. No tension in the face. We take things very, very seriously. I'm just as bad. Sometimes I find myself, well, why is this so serious, right? Why am I taking this, if something that doesn't require me to be serious, whatever it might be. But especially when I'm teaching, I'm trying to be very serious about it. And I'm thinking, this is just fun. You know, this is just letting your body move every single day. You're taking the time out, you know, at least 5 days a week, doing some stretches and things like that. You probably do other things as well, but this is a part of your Monday through Friday. Now what I want you to do is I'm going to just spin around. You can look at me. We're going to do the tucking and the tilting. And this is where you can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your sacrum, your lower back. And let's just do some tucking and tilting. So when we inhale, your tailbone tilts back. Yeah? And when you exhale, your tailbone tucks under. And this is where the pelvic floor pulls up. You tuck it, you pull it up, belly pulls in. And then inhaling, tucking, that's when you let everything go. And then exhaling, contracting those muscles, and then releasing the muscles. Contracting, releasing. So it's exhale, tucking, inhale, release. Exhale, tucking, inhale, release. So keeping that pelvic floor healthy. And then, because as we get older, that does start to cause us some problems, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. As long as we do the best we can to keep it strong. And then from here, you can take your hands and let them come into that breath of fire now. So inhaling, we'll just go forward and then make fists with your hands and bring the hands back. And then inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhale. So we're actually doing, now our hips are going with the breath in a different way. Doesn't matter. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time. Inhale and exhale, and then release the arms and just shake the arms out. And then let's do some arm work. Since we've been working on our bums, tums, and arms. We're going to do some arm work. Reach the arms out. You can do this sitting if you feel like, oh, I need to take a seat. Spin the palms up, and we're going to bend the elbows into a W shape. And we're going to bring the elbows in until they hug into your sides. Then inhale, let's exhale completely. And then inhaling, straightening the arms. As if you're pushing into something. So create your own resistance and then bring the elbows in as you exhale. Inhaling, opening and expanding. Exhaling, elbows in. Inhaling, stretching, pushing into that imaginary wall or thing that you're pushing into, and then pull back and inhaling and exhaling. So it's as if you're sitting in water and you have that resistance of water. One more time, bend, and then keep the elbows on your waist. Well, they're going to hug into the waist, and we're simply going to bring the hands in. You can touch the pinkies together, and then open. And then pinkies, inhale, open, exhale together. The elbows are attached to your waist. They don't go anywhere. They're stuck. And you're opening and closing, opening and closing. So keeping your shoulders still and relaxed. You might be feeling this as I am. And then let's just shake it out. just for a moment. Circle the wrists, work those wrists. A few times in one direction and a few times in another direction. And then just shake it out. So move just, yeah, as if you're reaching for something. Keep reaching up. You're reaching on to the right, you're reaching to the left, you're reaching to the right, and you can actually incorporate the lower body as well. You have to reach up and up and up and take your hip to one side. So you're reaching and reaching and reaching. Get a little bit of the heart rate up. Up, 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 up. Now we're going to take our feet where they probably are at this point, definitely wider than your hips. The knees are soft. And we're going to just take the arms and we're going to take the right arm out, like we did before. You know, when we're sitting, reach the arm back and then bring that back. And then take your left arm forward, take an inhale, and sweep the arm all the way back. Maybe follow the left arm with your gaze, bring it forward. And this time bring the right arm up, circle it around. And the left arm, and let yourself bounce here a little bit. If that's okay for your knees, if it's not, then don't bounce, bring the feet a little bit closer. Let's go forward with the arm circles. So you're like children, they bounce. They have this suppleness to their bodies. What we're trying to do is return to that a little bit, not as we did as children, that won't happen, but a little bit more suppleness so we feel like we can move with freedom. Yeah? And then right arm up, and let's reach it out to the side. Let's keep the bottom of our body still. And then lift up and stretch over to the left. Take your left hand and wrap it around your waist. And if you can bring those fingers of that left hand and touch the outside of that right side of the waist, that's great. Inhaling, releasing down. Same thing here. Lift up, and then stretch over to the right. Take your right arm, wrap it around your waist. Go a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then let's take the arms and we're going to reach them back and forward. And inhaling, opening. Exhaling, closing, bringing the backs of the hands, maybe kissing the backs of the hands. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling together. Inhaling, opening. One more time together. And then shake it out. And let's come back to our chairs. Whew. Scoot yourself up forward again until your feet are flat on the ground. Let's inhale the right knee up to your chest. Let's circle your ankle. And let's go in the other direction. And then let's place that right foot down. Bring your left knee up, hug it in, and little circles. And then let's take a moment here, a pause before we complete the class. Let's just close our eyes or keep our gaze down, looking down towards the ground. And I want you to reconnect with your breath. Simply by observing the rhythm of your breath. And notice if there's any changes in how you feel compared to when you first sat down. If you had just woken up, you obviously felt different from somebody who's been doing things during the day. This is your afternoon. But we're all going to feel different after 30 minutes of doing some yoga movements and stretches. It's inevitable, whatever that might be. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, stretch those fingers, deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. Hands to heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling. Deep breath in and exhale, hands to heart. Bowing your head to your hands. And taking this practice with you so that you benefit, but all beings benefit. Have a wonderful rest of the day, everyone. Enjoy. Namaste, everyone. This is Rebecca Warrington from rjmindbody.com. See you soon.